Jungkook shocked. After the BTS reunion, Taehyung suddenly left without warning. Before we dive deeper into this mystery, welcome back to the channel. If you love uncovering the hidden truths, the untold stories, and the emotional journeys of BTS, make sure to subscribe right now and turn on notifications, because you won't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's unravel the story behind Taehyung's sudden departure, the story that left Jungkook stunned and ARMY searching for answers. To understand why this moment feels so haunting, we need to step back and think about what reunions really mean. Psychologists often talk about the halo of return, the deep emotional surge that happens when long-separated people finally meet again. It's not just joy, it's relief, nostalgia, and even fear. BTS's reunion carried all of these layers. Each member has been walking his own path during this time apart, but when they gathered again, the world saw a spark that seemed unbreakable. Yet, just when the atmosphere should have been filled only with celebration, Taehyung shifted the energy entirely. Why would someone who waited so long to reunite suddenly choose to disappear? Think about Taehyung's history within BTS. He has always been the enigmatic one, the member who hides 1,000 thoughts behind a single expression. His smile can light up an entire arena, but his silence can raise more questions than any statement. This is the same Taehyung who once described his emotions through paintings and jazz instead of words, the same Taehyung who disappears from the spotlight only to return with something deeply personal and profound. Was this sudden exit simply another one of his quiet retreats, or was something larger brewing beneath the surface? Jungkook's reaction, however, adds another layer to the puzzle. Those who know Jungkook know he rarely lets shock show so openly. Yet in that instant, when Taehyung slipped away, Jungkook's eyes told a story. Fans caught it, a quick glance, a tightening of the jaw, a stillness in his posture. It wasn't just surprise. It was the kind of reaction one has when something doesn't feel right, when the world shifts in a way that can't be explained. Could it be that Jungkook knew something the rest of US didn't? Or was he just as blindsided as the millions watching? History gives us strange parallels to moments like this. When great artistic groups or bands reunite after years apart, think of the Beatles, Pink Floyd, or legendary orchestras, there is often a fragile balance. The reunion itself is both a gift and a test. The weight of expectations, the scars of time, and the unspoken emotions all press against the moment. Sometimes, just one unplanned action can fracture the illusion of harmony. Could Taehyung's sudden departure have been that fracture, a reminder that even the closest bonds carry unspoken tension? Fans immediately began speculating. Some believed it was exhaustion, that the intensity of the reunion was too overwhelming. Others whispered about deeper reasons, that perhaps Taehyung carried burdens he wasn't ready to share in public. A few even wondered if it was symbolic, a silent message to ARMY that not everything about this reunion was as simple as it looked. After all, Taehyung has always had a way of communicating through gestures rather than words. Could this disappearance have been his way of telling us something he couldn't say outright? The atmosphere in the room shifted instantly. Where there had been laughter, now there was a subtle unease. Even the cameras seemed to hesitate, unsure of where to focus. Should they follow Taehyung as he left, or remain on the faces of those still standing? This split-second decision created a ripple of suspense. The image of Jungkook standing frozen, eyes searching the space where Taehyung had been, became the defining snapshot of that reunion. But here's the haunting question: what happened in those moments after Taehyung left? Some reports suggest that he was seen briefly speaking with staff, his expression unreadable. Others claim he didn't return at all, leaving fans and even the members in a strange limbo. If you've ever experienced a sudden silence in the middle of a song, you know how unsettling it can feel. That's exactly what this moment was, the song of BTS's reunion interrupted by an unexpected pause. To truly grasp the depth of this, we have to remember the bond between Jungkook and Taehyung. They've often been described as two sides of the same coin, Jungkook with his fiery passion and Taehyung with his quiet depth. Their friendship has been marked by playful moments, emotional support, and unspoken understanding. For Jungkook to look so shaken by Taehyung's sudden departure suggests that this wasn't just a random exit. It struck a chord deep within him, one that fans immediately recognized. What if, in that instant, Jungkook feared losing not just a bandmate but a brother? What if he understood that Taehyung's silence carried more weight than words could ever convey? In literature, we often see the motif of the silent departure, the moment when a character leaves without explanation, forcing others to confront their own emotions. Could Taehyung's walk away be the real-life embodiment of that archetype? As the reunion continued without him, the energy never quite returned to what it had been. Laughter sounded a little thinner, smiles seemed a little more forced. It was as though everyone was aware of an absence that could not be ignored. And Jungkook, though he tried to mask it, could not fully hide the way his spirit seemed unsettled. The question lingered in the air: why did Taehyung leave? And maybe the more haunting question is, did he plan this all along? If Taehyung had planned this, it changes everything. It means the reunion was not just a gathering of brothers but a stage where every gesture, every silence, carried a hidden meaning. Taehyung, after all, is known for his ability to blur the line between art and life. He has often spoken about how his performances are not just entertainment but expressions of his inner self. Could his sudden departure have been part of a larger statement, a reminder that even within the brightness of reunion, shadows still remain? To understand this possibility, let's remember one of the oldest truths about human gatherings: what's left unsaid often matters more than what's spoken. Anthropologists studying ancient tribes discovered that moments of silence during rituals often carry deeper meaning than the chants or songs themselves. Silence, in many cultures, is a language of power. Taehyung's silence, his unexplained exit, could be seen as a ritualistic act, something meant to remind both the members and the fans that nothing in life is permanent, not even the illusion of harmony. So, what do you think? Was Taehyung's sudden departure a planned statement, a personal struggle, or something entirely different? And how do you interpret Jungkook's shock in that moment? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because this is a story too big for one voice. It belongs to all of us. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, because the journey of BTS is far from over. There are more reunions, more mysteries, and more unforgettable moments waiting just around the corner. Until then, remember this: even in silence, even in absence, BTS continues to tell a story that none of us will ever forget.